So, how do we live in this world? How do we live in a daily way when it seems we are surrounded by those who do evil, those who just do what is flat out wrong? Not only do they do it, but they seem to influence others in that way. The psalmist in Psalm 37, and that's the psalm in our daily reading, it begins by saying, don't fret over evildoers, which kind of warns us that we would be tempted to fret. We would be tempted to become anxious. It goes on and it says, and don't envy those who do wrong. There's the presupposition that I would be tempted to be envious of them. Envious. Why would I want to be envious of them? Well, because they seem to prosper. They seem to experience a success that maybe I don't often experience. There seems to be a strength, a prosperity, and an affluence about their lives. And it would be easy for me to be tempted to become envious of their ways. Well, the psalmist points out that this is a really short-sighted view of what they're about. Now listen, let me tell you right away. I am not encouraging here that we take up arms against flesh and blood. Because you and I know that our wrestling is not against flesh and blood. Our wrestling is about powers and principalities. Our wrestling is about a real enemy, a real opponent, someone who opposes all forms of godliness, opposes the gospel going forth in any way, shape, and form. That's who we wrestle against. So we need to understand that behind the scenes of these who do evil, these who do wrong, is one who is the author of evil, the promoter of wrongdoing. Well, even the psalmist understood that viewing their lives is a short-sighted view of true life. I love later on in the psalm when it actually talks about the days coming when the wicked will be no more. Even if you look for them, you'll not find them. I love that. What did the psalmist have in mind? Well, he had in mind the day of the Messiah. That's the day we live in. How do we live in a world surrounded by evildoers and those who do wrong? Right there in the psalm it tells us, trust in the Lord. Take delight in the Lord. Commit your way to the Lord and be still and wait for the Lord. God bless you guys.